When you picture a honey beehive, you've probably got this image of a perfect, peaceful little society, right? Everyone just buzzing along, working together for the greater good. Well, what if I told you that picture is completely wrong?
Turns out, the reality is way more dramatic. A beehive is actually a royal battleground, buzzing with secrets and conflict. And the biggest war of all? It's a civil war, fought between the queen and her very own daughters.
So to really get what's going on, we need to meet the family. Because this isn't just some simple power struggle. No, this is a feud that's literally written into their DNA.
All right, so let's meet the cast of characters. You've got the queen, who's the mother of the entire hive. Then you have the workers, her daughters, who do, well, all the work. And finally, there are the drones, her sons, who pretty much just exist to mate. Seems simple enough, right? But this is where their genetics make everything incredibly complicated.
See, here's the fundamental problem. The queen and the workers want completely different things. The queen, she wants a nice, balanced family, an equal number of sons and daughters to pass on her genes. But the workers, they have a very different plan. They want more sisters, and it all boils down to some seriously weird genetics.
It's all because of this bizarre genetic system called haplodiploidy. Now stick with me here because this is the key to the whole conflict. In simple terms, it means that worker bees, who are all sisters, are actually more related to each other than they are to their own mom or their brothers. They're basically super sisters.
Okay, so check out the math here. A worker bee shares a whopping 75% of her genes with her sisters, but she only shares 50% with her mother, the queen, and just a tiny 25% with her brothers. So from a purely selfish genetic point of view, a worker has a massive incentive to help her sisters about everyone else. It's a no-brainer.
And this genetic math lights the fuse for the first major battle in the hive, the war over the brothers. This is where the workers' quiet loyalty to their sisters explodes into open rebellion.
You gotta understand, the queen might be the one laying the eggs, but the workers, they hold all the real power. And why is that? Because they control the food. And in a beehive, whoever controls the food, well, they control absolutely everything.
So, what do they do with all that power? They play favorites. Big time. They funnel all the best food and resources to the female larvae, their future sisters, because that's the best way to pass on more of their own shared genes. And what about their brothers, the drones? Yeah, it is not a great story for them. The male larvae get left with the scraps. And if things get tough, the workers will sometimes just kill them, straight up, all to free up more resources for their more genetically valuable sisters.
And the result of all this is just wild. The workers completely rig the system. Get this. They successfully engineer the hive's entire population to create this insane gender imbalance where females can outnumber males 10 to 1.
I know, it's totally unbelievable. But hold on, because the drama is really just getting started. It goes way, way deeper than this. This isn't just about favoring sisters over brothers anymore, nope. This goes all the way to the top. We're talking about a full-blown plot to betray their own mother and take the throne. See, these workers are constantly watching the queen. They're tracking her performance, her health, but most of all, her egg-laying numbers. And the absolute second she starts to slip, that's when they pounce.
And it's not random. They have a cold, calculated three-step plan. Step 1, they pick a candidate, one of their own baby sisters. Step 2, they start feeding her a special diet, this royal jelly, that turns her into a new queen. And Step 3, they throw all their support behind this new challenger against their own mom.
Now this cuckoo can end in one of two ways. One option is called swarming. Basically, the hive splits, and a huge chunk of the workers leave with their new sister queen to go start a whole new colony. The other outcome is a lot more direct.
They might just gang up on the old queen and assassinate her. Yeah, Julius Caesar style. In either case, the goal is the same: replace their mother with a sister who's more closely related to them. It's the ultimate genetic power play.
So all of this totally changes how you think about being a queen, doesn't it? Her reign isn't some absolute monarchy. It's fragile, it's conditional, and it's built on a constant cycle of potential betrayal.
Because get this, even the new queen who just took over, she isn't safe. Her rule only lasts as long as she's a top performer. The minute she starts to falter, her own daughters will be watching, waiting to start this whole cycle all over again.
So while you might think it's good to be the queen, the cold, hard truth of the hive is that being queen bee, well, it can really sting.
And all this really leaves you with one big question, doesn't it? If the queen is just a pawn in a genetic game that's being played by her own daughters, who's really in charge here? What does it even mean to be the one on the throne?